Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are all having a great day at the moment. And today I'm actually going to be reviewing the Morphe and Avani collection. I've got the eyeshadow palette and the lip glosses right here. And I want to say a special thank you to Morphe for sending me these. Thank you so much. I can't wait to review them. So basically I'm going to do swatches and then I'm going to test them on my eyes, and then I'm going to see if I can use it for any other like points in my face, if that makes sense. So first of all, I'm going to do some swatches and let's get straight into the video. So I've got the products in this box here and I'm going to show you them first. So here I've got the Morphe and Avani 4 mini lip glosses and they look like this. And by the looks of it all, these are like glittery lip glosses. And it says here 4 minis that deliver max shine power. So we'll try them out later. And then I have the actual eyeshadow palette. I haven't used this yet. I thought I'd wait till the video, but like I've looked inside and it is stunning. By the way, can we say how gorgeous the packaging is? Stunning. So when you open it up, here is the eyeshadow palette. It is pretty big and the pan sizes are too. So the first 4 rows are actually eyeshadows, and then the bottom 2, if you can see there, it says wet your brush before you line. So I'm guessing they're like liners, or I can use them for like details for face paint or like graphic liners. So I'm going to actually try and use these today. So there's that. I'm actually very excited to use because, as you know, like the pigments on Morphe palettes are amazing. Like the James Charles palette, the Hit the Lights. So I'm like really excited to use this. And also while I'm here, I thought I'd show you the look I'm going to be creating. So I thought I'd actually create the Avani look that she actually used to promote this palette. It's like these gorgeous purples, blues, whites. I'll also pop a picture up because I don't know if you can see that. I've actually got a discount code for you all as well. You can use the code GLAMFAM1576 to get money off your order. So on to swatches, I'm just going to swatch on my arm. So I'm going to start off with the eyeshadow palette first. I'll take a few from this side and then I'll take a few of the liner ones and wet my brush and see how they actually work. So first I'm going to swatch the white shade up here. It's called Inaudible Noise with like, you know, like the 2-star things. And I'm going to swatch this first. I think this is because like you never see a white that's like really pigmented. I've got one in my Carnival palette, but like that's running out. This is it here. You can see that. Now I'm going to swatch LMAO, and it's this like gorgeous lilac shimmery shade, and I could use this in my crease, so I'm going to swatch that underneath there. Oh, that's gorgeous. Stunning. This is the shade 2016. Wow. Look at that. That is very pigmented. This is the shade Star Emoji, and it's actually like a pressed glitter in the pan. Oh wow. I'm scared of getting this off. I know that is going to go everywhere and that was a bad mistake. Then I'm going to swatch this green shade. This is called Seaweed. I have to do it on my pinky finger, so that one's going to be a bit bodged, but there's them. Obviously you don't really do your first impressions off your swatches. These just give you a rough idea. As many makeup artists blends differently on your eye, then obviously it will swatch on your arm. There's them. You can tell they're really pigmented. I really can't believe that Star Emoji shade, the pressed glitter like. Then I'm just going to take a liner brush, and obviously you know I'm going to try the bottom row, and I'm just going to wet my brush with that. Probably a better way of doing it, but I just had a spray bottle. I want to take this luminous green shade, like this neon green. It really stood out with me. I think neon greens are absolutely, oh, it makes like this darker shade, if you can tell. That normally what happens when like obviously you wet actual eyeshadows. That's just made me a bit scared. And there's that. It's not as neon as it is in the palette, but obviously as soon as you wet it, it went a bit darker. But we're going to try some of the other shades now. This is the shade Pre Pre, if I've said that right. And it's like a black liner. There's that. I wet my brush differently that time and it went on much easier. And I'm running out of liner brushes, so this will have to be the last one. This is the pink shade Sonia. Oh, that's gorgeous. I feel like I'm swatching them on my arm going that way. And I'm quickly going to swatch the lip glosses. Obviously these are going to apply so much different because these could be what? These could be topped with like a nude shade, like a red, whatever lipstick you want to choose. This is the shade Perfectly Pouty. Oh, I read that wrong. This is the shade, yeah, I've read it backwards, like to front. This is the shade See Through. This is Barely There. This is like a peach topper really. And this is the shade Perfectly Pouty, and it's like this pink glittery topper. So there's all the swatches. I'll show you a close-up video of it straight after this. and now I'm going to actually dig into it on my face. So as you can tell, I've just primed my eyes with the P. Louise base just to make sure like all the eyeshadows that I test have a fair chance, if you get me. This is in the shade Rumor 2, and I'm going to get started with creating this Avani look. So I might zoom in on my eyes just so you can get a closer look. But first of all, I'm going to take the shade I Cry, and it's this shade here. It's a dark blue shade, and I'm going to take a dense fluffy packer brush. There's quite a lot of fallout, but it doesn't really matter. Like, as long as the pigment pays off good, you can always move the fallout away. That's why I'd recommend always doing your eyes first, then your base. So here it is up close and personal, and I'm hoping this works out. Obviously, as I've said, I've just packed that blue shade on that brush, which is called I Cry, and I'm gonna like wing it out, and I'm just gonna pack it there and bring it out here. And it'll start to look like that. I'm just gonna go and quickly do the rest. And I'm just gonna bring it like just a little bit on the inside, because I'm gonna put that white shade there and blend it in, so I don't want it like too dark. But as you can tell, like already, this payoff is like unbelievable. I also like that it's a really dark blue shade and not like just, when you get blue shades, they're normally like border of medium. I'm just gonna do this eye on camera and then do this one off. I'm then going to take a fluffy brush that looks like this. I always use this type of brush when I blend my second shade out. I always go darkest to lightest too. It's so much easier, believe me. So I'm going to take this shade that's called Maddie Don't Like, and it's this violet shade right here, and we'll see how this blends out. I'm just going to blend that on top of that shade there. You want to make sure you go half on, half off, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Just to make sure it's got a good colour payoff. And I'm going to bring that shade a bit more forward than the blue shade. I'm going to wing that out slightly. I don't think she wings it out this much, but this is just what I'm going to do. But it's like starting to look like that. Also, I want to say like how gorgeous the shade is. My favourite colour is lilac. As if you follow me on everything, you'll probably know there's that. So I've just went over that to fill in some like blank negative space with the P. Louise blank canvas, just so I can lay this white down without it looking too muddy. So I've just like kind of like blended that out. Now I'm just going to take this white shade, which is called Inaudible Noise, just using like a packer brush. I've just put it where the blank canvas was. I'm just going to like blend that in. I don't want to cut crease, I want it soft like Avani's was. And now I'm going to take the brush I used for the shade Maddie Don't Like, and I'm going to blend the white in. Now the white's in, I'm going to create a smoky liner just to blend this in a bit more, and I'm just going to run that with a fluffy brush across my lash line. And I'm actually really happy with this. This is where I'm going to leave it. So I'm going to do a little review here just now I've finished this one eye. So first impressions, the shades are so pigmented, as you've just seen. Even the white is really pigmented, and that's a very rare thing, I'd say. But the only thing is there's a lot of fallout, but that really doesn't bother me because you can just blow it away. But I don't know if that matters to other people. That's why I do my eyes first, because you can clean it up. But on my face, as you can see, there is no fallout, it's just in the pan. So I wouldn't really say that's a bad thing, but take that as you will. I'm going to go off camera and do everything to my other eye. So I'm back and I've done most of my base. I'm onto my blush, and I want to see if this palette is a multi-use palette. I'm going to take this pink shade, which is called Lil Pappy Voni. Lil Pappy Voni. I don't think I'm saying that right. I really don't know how to. And I'm just going to take a blush brush and I'm just going to pat that in there. And I'm going to try and use this for blush. Obviously, you may as well get a palette that you can try and get everything out of, if that makes sense. I do it all the time. I'm going to lift that up so my face looks more lifted, and do the same for this side. Most people know that I love blush, so I'm going to put a bit on my chin and some on my nose too. And there's it for blush, as you can see. So I'm back for highlighter, and I'm going to take the shade LMAO, the shade I actually swatched earlier on. I'm going to see if this will work for highlighter. This could potentially ruin the look if it's too dark. I'm praying that this works. I'm going to start by doing my inner corner and my brow bone. I actually really love the colour and the shade of this. It's really pretty. I feel like it goes really well with the eye actually. By the way, this is straight out the pan. I haven't sprayed no setting spray or anything, and like you can see, That's really pigmented. So now I'm just going to take my highlighter brush and dip into that again and put it on my cheeks. If you can see that. And I'm going to put some on my nose, Cupid's bow. Oh, I think I put that too high. A bit on my chin. But there's highlighter and blush using this palette that is meant to be eyeshadow. So now for my under eyes, I'm just going to take the liners down here and I'm going to take the white shade, which is Jack and Benny. And I just took some on a brow like angled brush. Feels a little more powdery than it should. And she has it like in a waterline and then like out here. I'm hoping you can use in your waterline. I haven't had a look. I know that's so awkward to film. In the waterline it's went perfectly fine. I'm just gonna take that out there and like bring it in. Try to do this. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, maybe someone direct me, but that's the best I can get with that. What I'm trying to do is the straight line that Avani has from a waterline to like the edge here. So there's the liner bits that I've done with the white shade. It's gone really white in the waterline, so this is what I'll be using for my whites and that from now on. I think it might be just going over like bases and stuff. It might need a clean base, that's why it's gone patchy. But there's my under eyes. So now I'm going to test out the lip glosses. Obviously you've seen the swatches earlier on, but I'm going to take the shade See Through. But I'm just going to take like a lip gloss brush just because I don't want this being stained nude. Like you'll know the struggles. I'm just going to take that. Sorry about the background noise if you hear anything, by the way. Kids are off school, so I'm just going to put that over the top of my nude lip. If you want any other products that I've used on my face, just drop it down in the comments and obviously I'll leave it below. So there is that topper or the lip gloss, so you can use it by itself if you want. It's like is it called monochrome, where it's like two different colours. Like in one light it just looks like clear lip gloss, and then you can see like a little tint of, I'd want to say lilac. Or if you want like a really cool like shimmery lip, these lip glosses. It's also not sticky neither. No one likes a sticky lip gloss. Practically the full face done except my lashes. I'm gonna go add my own lashes and then I'll be back to show you the rest of the look. So here is the final look and I absolutely love it. The colours are absolutely gorgeous. So my final review is the eyeshadow palette is absolutely amazing. So the pigments in the eyeshadows are so pigmented, as you've seen like on my eyes and in the swatches. And I definitely will be making this like my main palette that I use for everything. The lip glosses, the lip glosses are gorgeous too. I love the shimmer in them. You can wear them on your own, but I love putting them over the top like this. They're not sticky, as you can see, and it doesn't really feel like it's wearing off neither at the minute, and I think I've had it on for quite a while. The liners on the arms were gorgeous. Maybe it's just the white shade that I wasn't too keen on, or maybe because it's over the P. Louise base and it needs to be on a blank, like a blank canvas, like just the skin. That might be my problem. Also, there was a lot of fallout in the pan, which doesn't bother me whatsoever because, as you see, there was absolutely no fallout on my face, which I don't think I've ever seen before. No matter what colours you use, especially dark ones with that darker blue, normally has fallout. So I'm pretty shocked with that. So I'm really impressed with this collection. Also, massive congratulations to Morphe and especially Avani on this collection. I can't believe how young she is. Massive inspiration to be able to launch a collection this young. It's amazing. But here is the final look. So this is the end of the video now, and if you would like me to do more reviewing products like collections and stuff like that, then just comment down below, because except from She Glam, I think this is like one of the first collections I've ever done. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, comment, do whatever you'd like. I'm going to start a schedule where I'm going to post every Sunday, probably at around 6:30 or 7. If you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for when I post. But I'm going to make sure I want to get back into YouTube properly now, because I actually love filming this today. I've got like a few ideas for my next ones, getting other people involved. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions, feel free to comment them down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Morphe. Massive congratulations to Avani. So yeah, that's so cringe, but thanks for watching and see you next time.